Belltown is singing right now.
This neighborhood is at the heart of downtown with so much to offer right at your fingertips. But admittedly, it's been a bit of a roller coaster living here the past couple of years. Well, in this video, I'm gonna take you on a tour with me, just like I would with my clients, through 3 properties, showcase what the options are available in Belltown to live at, what the pros and cons are living here, and then we're gonna take a deep dive through one of Belltown's newest restaurants that you need to have on your radar. This tour isn't just meant for you if you're looking to buy a condo, but also if you're a renter in the area. When you go to condos, you can actually save a lot of money versus apartments because condos will include your parking, your storage, and your utilities in your rent, so you usually save hundreds of dollars going condo rather than apartment. Welcome to the channel, I'm Kyle Webb, and together we're uncovering what the greater Seattle area has to offer. Let's go tour Belltown. What is Belltown and where is it? Well, Belltown is the neighborhood that runs from 1st Avenue down to Denny Way and back over to 5th Avenue. But I feel like it's important to start talking about the bad news before we go into love dumping and how great of a neighborhood Belltown is. Starting with the area that I'm walking through right now, which I call a little bit of an avoidance square that runs from 1st and 3rd Avenue in Virginia and Blanchard. Just has a lot of urban outdoorsmen and things in general that you just don't want to see. So it's best to avoid between the hours of all the time. Okay, so it's really not that bad of an area. It's just that there's nothing to do in between this avoidance square. So you either have to go further down 2nd Avenue where the nightlife is, or back down to Pike Place Market to explore that area to be able to do anything. But there is a little bit of a desirability curve for the neighborhood just because of the fact that it acts as a gateway between those spots, which is why the first property that we're seeing today is right in this avoidance square. So I love Cristalla because it has this amazing value proposition attached to it, because the price per square foot in this building is much lower than the average around us for condos. It was built in 2005, but the finishes don't really feel old. And then the penthouse levels have some personalization to them where you have these finishes that aren't in other condos. So you just have nice homes that don't need to be gutted or punished for just being old. They work. Price per square foot does come from the location, which we talked about isn't in the best area, but honestly, walk around here, see if you're comfortable with it, and if you are, give this building a look because it needs to be seen for the value that it proposes. Anyway, I could talk about Cristalla all day. We have to get to our next appointment, which is going to be at Mosler Lofts, an industrial chic building. I can't wait to show it off. Let's go check it out. I love bringing clients here because it feels like something different in Seattle. You have the exposed concrete, so you have this architecture that comes in here feeling a little bit more industrial. We're also on the other side of Belltown, so those issues that we talked about with Cristalla being in that sketch zone is not an issue over here. In fact, you're like a block, if that, away from the Space Needle. We've got one more property to see, and it's the largest one that we've seen so far, Insignia. So Insignia, one of the largest buildings in Seattle for condos, 2 complete towers that are divided between the north and the south. The cool thing is that the amenities are split between the 2 towers, so they're right in between them. It's one of the only buildings in Seattle with a full Olympic-sized swimming pool. And then they have a 2-story gym that has like everything you need. So the amenities here are killer. There is one thing stopping a lot of people from being able to purchase here though, and that's that the building is currently under what's called litigation. It's a normal thing that every condo building goes through. The problem is that Insignia has been going through it for like 3-4 years now. The problem was COVID, like it pushed it from like one court to the next and like just the file kept getting transferred to other people's desks. What that means is that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will not insure the building for lenders to have purchasing power here. So unless you're a cash buyer or you want to use the one lender that they have allowed here, you can't buy here. So there's limited competition. There's not a lot of people being able to purchase at Insignia. And for that reason, homes sit for a little while. As a renter, it's still wide open. You don't have to worry about litigation at all. If you want to rent a home here, go on Zillow, look at a listing, go tour it, and sign a lease. There's really tons of great options in this area for restaurants, whether you're in Belltown, South Lake Union, or Lower Queen Anne, because you're kind of adjacent to all of them here. But there's one place that really needs to be on your radar that just opened last year, and that's Vindictive Wings.
Home to some of the best wings in Seattle because the showrunners moved here from Buffalo.
We started off as a pop-up, 2 years ago?
Yep.
And they're like, man, why is no one doing it like they do back home?
And so we just spent like 3 months in our apartment frying wings like every Saturday and
So
Sunday.
bad. Like, we were so naive. We don't really have much of a culinary background.
Yeah, the first time we did it in our apartment with the windows closed. Like we
Just didn't know anything different. We're just frying wings. And then one of our girlfriends came home and was just like, what the hell are you guys doing? Because it just smoked out the whole apartment and it was insane. We're just sitting there playing video games, like eating chicken wings. Like,
she's like, I can't even be in here. My eyes are burning.
we thought it was fine.
Once we got confident that we actually were producing a wing that reminded us of home, is when we started kind of like showing our friends and talking about it more to people and saying, oh, you got to come up and try them. And ultimately that's where it started, was the word of mouth of us just shooting the shit together at a bar.
Yeah.
And some bartender overheard and was like, you guys do wings? He's like, you guys want to do a pop-up here? And we're like, we have no idea.
we're like, what's a pop-up? Like,
we don't know what
we
we're
got a kitchen
doing.
back there with fryers. Just
He's like, I have fryers. He's like, I don't have a kitchen staff. He's like, if you guys ever wanted to do it, and we're like, we'll give it a shot.
I mean, we still get haters.
Oh yeah, I mean,
still get
inherently,
haters.
I tend to think polarity is good. I stay up late at night and I have anxiety about the fact that we don't serve ranch and the fact that, we stick to
I
our
don't have any
guns.
anxiety over that.
I do. I'm a little bit of a people pleaser, so I have a hard time saying no to people. I have a hard time, and
There's the reason I'm the dick and vindictive.
Yeah.
So.
We are kind of softies when it comes to spice.
Oh, yeah, we're not
We
spice
can't
guys.
handle, like, my buffalo medium is just about as spicy as I'd really want to get.
Buffalo hot's too hot.
Our
I
buffalo
can't eat the
hot,
buffalo
I'm
hot.
good for like 2 wings and then I'm hurting for 30 minutes. The juxtaposition of that is there's a lot of people that don't find it spicy.
Yeah.
As polarizing as we are, we still want to make sure that there is something for everybody when they do come in, except for ranch.
I can't imagine a better location for us. Just right in the thick of everything, near downtown, middle of Belltown, and we are super thankful to be here and busy. Belltown is singing right now, and it's been wonderful to see and be a part of.
So much to unpack from these tours. Hopefully this gave you a taste of some options that exist within Belltown. There's still so much to uncover in this neighborhood that we didn't get to, so look out for a part 2 of this video that'll be coming along once we've made the rounds of a few different neighborhoods in Seattle. If you have any questions or you'd like to do a tour just like what we did today with me, reach out to me on my website listed directly below. Subscribe to this channel to uncover more of Seattle, and I'll see you on the next tour.